I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
Hold on my laps in the gym. The sweat ran off my skin. They thought I had to capture my win. I practiced.
I don't think you want to get rich. You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Gas with no brake, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset. They Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that.
We got Kevin Durant up next. And you know he'll come to play. I love his versatility, but that makes shutting him down next to impossible. Coach gave us a full breakdown of what to expect, and we watched plenty of film. But sometimes you just gotta throw all that out the window and settle things on the court. And I'm ready. Bring it, KD.
There's 57 seconds left in the third. Rodriguez with it. 6 points for him. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
That makes it 4 turnovers for him now. He's just been lazy with the ball in his hands, fellas.
And the Thunder with some changes. Collins.
Stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
Well, for the Thunder, Greg, you're talking about, they did have to go there for playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually, they ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. The trades they made at the deadline. Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing team basketball, a complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but boy, they epitomized it, Clark. Yeah, they sure did. Refreshing to see a team do that well collectively without a real superstar. Just a solid group that understood their roles and played them perfectly.
Roberson the pass to Collison. Oklahoma City moving it around. Right side Teague. Takes it from 10. And nothing but hair on that one. Here's Roberson. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 6th assist on the night.
And he just big-boyed it. Right there, the height advantage he's got down low.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Thunder out in front, up by 16. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Durant and Collison at the 3 and the 4. Payne out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Back to Westbrook.
And, you know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarter. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Waiters is checked in. Splitters checked in for Atlanta. And Clark, with the 10-minute quarters, the players felt like they were fresher during the game. Still, removing 8 minutes from an NBA game does have huge consequences.
Well, we must remember it's being experimented with right now, so keep that in mind. They also talked about shortening the preseason and doing other things to keep players fresher during the year. I like the thought process.
To the middle, the kick out to Westbrook. It's blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Randy Foye, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook.
For your Thunder, Randy Foye.
Watch him. He's coming out over there.
Raiders on the wing. Millsap covering. Payne can't hit. Atlanta's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on 3.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Thunder.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game, Clark, and Steve's kind of touched on it, is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Yeah, absolutely a big plus. And oftentimes, Kevin, we've seen it time and time again. Your performance at the line can be the difference maker in a game.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And the game they played tonight, purposeful. They wanted to get after it after losing the first game of the year against these guys. Big boost of confidence for them to even up this season series against the Hawks.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Durant. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got. No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Atlanta making a switch here. Bazemore is checked in. Payne kicks to Collison. Here's the screen. Now here's what. Waiters guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Dion Waiters. Shooting 2.
Free throw, good. Waiters. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Move it. Move it.
Looking at the last game for the Oklahoma City Thunder, it was a loss to the Grizzlies. Foye dishes to Payne. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Russell, how important was getting this win here at home following that road trip?
It was huge, man. Coming off the loss last night, a tough one, and it was a great win for us. Got back in front of our home crowd, and we played great.
Great job bouncing.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Kevin Durant. He had an outstanding third quarter, whatever they needed in terms of energy. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
The only color I care about is green. Money. Now, you are a freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, Freak, you're gonna have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team all-NBA, first team all-defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakinandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste, and you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing? You know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan. Not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own, boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? If you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met?
Right? You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freakin' and Vibin', Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak, the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa,
you
okay,
love it,
right?
right?
Dom. Yeah, but look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yeah, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you had to say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece, you need to hold this together. You and I both agree long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes, but he is our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right, but blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get gone. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What are you thinking about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at?
I
think Freak is your personal life.
You can think whatever you want, mister. But, I have a personal life. Thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that should end the interview right now. Yeah? It's great meeting you.
got James Harden and that beard of his. Look, this guy's relentless. We know he's going to attack the basket all night long. So I'm going to make it my personal mission to keep that from happening. As long as we keep jumping those passing lanes, we can give them a run for their money. I know I'll be ready.
Let's meet your Houston Rockets. At the power forward position, at 7'0" number 20. Tonight, the other forward position.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss to the New Orleans Pelicans. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare.
In for Patrick Beverley. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And so in the game for the Hawks, Rodriguez. He's in at shooting guard. Splitter is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Kent Bazemore. Here's Rodriguez. That's good. The Hawks offense was a thing of beauty at times to watch last year. They really came together. They epitomized that term team so well.
You hit it right on the head. I mean, they knew how to find the open man. The ball always ended up in the right spot, and so many of their shots came from assists, second in the league in that category. And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at... the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Feeds it to Terry on the wing. Brewer. Terry outside. Kicks it to Capella. 5 on the clock. No one near him. Another miss by Houston. The Hawks leading by 7. Past the Splitter. Here's Schroeder. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Terry kicks to Harden. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got his first bucket in this one.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Outside, Scott. Pass to Bazemore. To the paint. Here's Splitter. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dish.
getting with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against New Orleans.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And you know, they might not be in the same conference, Greg, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Bucks ahead, up by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion. You know, on the court, it's my sanctuary. You know, I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships. I take this game very serious.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to show. Eunice is checked in for Smith, and Atlanta will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Millsap. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha. Rodriguez is checked in for Kyle Korver, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Motiejunas and Howard the post pair, and it's Beverly in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Ariza, right side. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Ariza's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Houston. Playing alongside James Harden, a lot less pressure, too, on Dwight Howard to carry the load offensively these days. And certainly Clark made things easier for him.
Not only easier, I think it's been more comfortable for him as a secondary scorer. Rolling to the rim, crashing the offensive leg. He can do at a high level for a lot longer, I think.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers made some terrific plays. He ended with 7 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall for him. Really efficient night from the field. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
And listen, Howard took his share of criticism for not being more aggressive and polished scoring on the low post. And the Rockets, though, a numbers-minded team. They know he's at his best as a rim runner in the pick and roll.
Terry outside. Here's Brewer. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, Greg, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
And for Howard, really his biggest shortcoming offensively has been the free throw shooting. I mean, he averages close to 9 attempts per game over the course of his career. If he could improve that shot, boy, you talk about making a big difference in his production.
And the Rockets making a change here. Jones is checked in. Good on the second free throw. We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. Now here's Schroeder. Terry covering.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
And here's Schroeder. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Down low. And it's slammed in by Splitter.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
One thing about Corey Brewer, he's a defensive specialist, has a combination of size and quickness. It's real hard to score against. I mean, equally good at defending in the half-court or transition.
Going back to Corey Brewer, he also has a sixth sense of sniffing out steal opportunities. Very quick hands. He's averaged 1.5 steals a game over his career.
And Kevin, Corey's one of those guys that's always going to give that effort offensively and find ways to contribute there. But more importantly, he's going to give you results on the defensive side of the ball.
He has an amazing motor. It never shuts down.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Lets it fly. That's tipped.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Nice shot by Terry. 29 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Schroeder passes to Scott. Out to the right wing. Bazemore dishes to Splitter. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Terry. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. A 3-ball. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Corey Brewer. And we finished one half of basketball.
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
That's our team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball. Checked in for Houston. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Millsap. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha. Rodriguez is checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. On the court right now for the Hawks, Rodriguez in a 2-guard. Mike Scott out there with Horford. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Bazemore at the 3.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Horford's it to Bazemore. Shoots from 14, and he drops that one in. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
The kick out to Scott. Bazemore passes to Rodriguez. Fires for 3. The offensive rebound.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And let's get your take, guys, on a scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Guys, they've done a nice job of drawing countless fouls in this game, and as a result, they've gotten a ton of points at the line.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jones checked in for Smith. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Freak missing. Rockets trail by 6. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Another miss by Houston.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
To the left wing. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Brewer grabs the board.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
They set the pick. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in, and Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Brewer. And the foul called on Freak. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Harden hits them both.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Jones against Splitter. The feed to Bazemore. Here's Rodriguez. No good. Good D by Harden. Here's Beverly. Connects from three-point range. Beverly's got 7 points in the game. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. It's Atlanta up by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Checked in for Monty Eunice. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Rodriguez is checked in for T. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Ariza and Jones at the small and power forward. And it's Capella in at center. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
Hey guys, the clock is our enemy now. Time to focus up and know your roles.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Freak dishes to Horford. He kicks it to Cephalosha. And here's Korver from the arc. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
All right now, gentlemen, truth shots. Roof shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
The 3 from Cephalosha. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. We were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw good.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the side.
That's the way you get Timberland.
Gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on the win, James. And what did it take for the team to make the push necessary to put yourselves in position to win tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run. It had to be a good one. Defensively, we just...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to Dwight Howard. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
Well, when Dwight uses his physical presence and athleticism to the max, he's nearly impossible to stop. He's got the body of a center, but the hops of a swing man. Just got to put it all together now.
He was a monster on the inside for them.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done. I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby. It's been a long road trip. Last game is tonight. And I know I want to get out of here with the win. We'll be back in front of the home crowd soon. But now's not the time to be looking ahead. I need to step up my game and help this team get it done. No excuses.
Let's see your Denver Nuggets starting lineup.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Last game for the Hawks, they picked up the W again.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out?
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Detroit Pistons.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
On the court for Atlanta, Rodriguez in at point guard. Splitter is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Kent Bazemore, and it's Teague in at the 2 spot. For Atlanta, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And Kent Bazemore, the long-armed lefty out of Old Dominion, where he was the Division I Defensive Player of the Year back in 2011. A 5-year senior. He graduated with 2 degrees, one in criminal justice, the other in human services.
Here's Harris. And again, Denver, no good.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the boards for them.
Yeah, +5, as you mentioned. That didn't take very long, did it? They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
They set the pick. Nelson dishes to Arthur. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shots. The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. Number 5, the Hawks.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws.
I've actually got a defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Nelson kicks to Laverne. Looking for Nelson. He gets it there. And he gets the bucket.
I'll tell you what, post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Teagues it to Bazemore. Outside Teague. And he uses the glass on the layup. Teague's got 5.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
There's the pass to Gallinari. There's the dish to Arthur. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 5 points in the game. Here's Bazemore. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Harris with it. The 3, no good. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Hawks lead by 7. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Well, you know, Kevin, they're going to give their teams the best chance to win no matter what the circumstance is. If that means playing.
Freak.
The Nuggets trail by 5. On the court right now for the Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Freak, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns made some terrific plays. He finished with 8 points, and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
All right, Doris, well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
And that one's good. Millsap.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's Barton. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Chandler goes in, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
When I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them, and yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
Back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah. And truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential. Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it.
Schroeder kicks to Horford.